What's up, YouTube? How are you doing? So I'm Danny from Homestead DNA, and I just want to give you guys a quick update on where we have been, because it's been 3 weeks since we posted, and before that it was like 2 or 3 weeks. It's just been not a lot of content coming from us, and I wanted to give you guys an update on what's been happening. So for those who haven't been following us or wanted an update, I've had my back injured for about 2 months now. It's a lower back injury causing sciatica and just pain all the time. I couldn't sit, sleep, lay down, anything without pain. So that is getting better. I'm probably about 90% better. I do have an MRI scheduled this Saturday, and we're going to do a little bit of a deeper look and see if there's anything else that we can see that's causing it. But I wanted to give you guys an update because I'm back on the homestead today. The other thing that we've been doing is getting a house ready. So for those that don't know, we bought this property last year around October time frame, but we kept our other house. We did not sell our other house, so we've been floating 2 mortgages for this amount of time. But with the market the way that it is right now, it's insane not to sell, and so we said, well, let's go ahead and bump this up. The reason why we kept 2 was because this is a fixer-upper here on the homestead, and so we wanted to have a place to live. Also, Amy was still working, so we wanted a place for her to be able to stay, which is nice. And while we fix up this place here, we can also get started on our garden, which we did this year. Lots of different things we can start here. We had a little bit longer term plan to hold on to both of these properties while we were getting this ready until we could move in. But because of the way the market's going, it's we shrunk that time frame to let's get it done now. So even though my back's been hurting, I've been doing as much as I can at the other location, the other house, so we haven't been here as much as we usually were, or I usually was. Now the benefit to all this is once we sell that house, Amy's moving out here and we are full-time here, both of us, which is going to be great because for the last year we've been half separated. We joke that, you know, the kids, the dogs, we get visitation rights on the weekend because that's when we really see each other. You know, but last month I've been hanging out mostly over there doing work. Amy's been doing a ton of work. She did most of it. God bless her, amazing woman. I love her to death. But she's been doing most of the work, most of the hard work, the leg work to get that house ready for showing. As of today, the house is officially on the market. We've already got 6 as of the last text a few seconds ago. 6 showings scheduled, and it just went on at like 3 o'clock today. So hopefully we can sell that house really quick, get Amy out here full-time, and we're going to have to fix up this house a little bit more, but we'll be focused on this now. So over the last month, again, we just haven't been here, so we haven't even posted any videos on really anything. But I do want to give you guys just a quick look around the other place as well. Here's our house. So we are fixing up to sell it. We've got some not so great looking garden beds here for flowers. We've got some elephant ears down there by the mailbox. And yeah, it's pretty bland right now just because we've been trying to get it ready to sell. So I want to show you guys the outside first. And over here on this side, which you can see, we've got some bags of trash over here, but you can see where we had raised beds before. So these are, I think those 2 are 4x8, and this is 4x12 foot raised beds. Here we grew a bunch of peppers and squash. We used to have an arch over this, but we tore that down. But I want to walk into our backyard here. You can see our beautiful view. Got another bed over here. We really never did a whole lot with it. We still got to do some weeding in here. But got a bunch of ivy growing in this corner over here. We got our awesome hammock underneath this tree here. It's a pretty small backyard, just to show you overall. Another one. These were the first beds we made. It's a fairly small backyard. but it's pretty enclosed because we've got a bunch of trees. We're actually one of the only ones with a good amount of trees on the backside. Most of them are cleared out, but we've got a few trees on the backside and trees on the side, which provide a lot of privacy. I actually recently built this house back here. This was a field before. It's still a pretty good view, which you'll see in a second, especially as the sun sets back here in the back. But we just got this new umbrella for showing, so yeah, it's a nice little area. Got a little grill area over there. We used to have a deck here that we had to tear out because it started to rot on that side, so it was actually kind of a double-decker deck and but then we just repainted this deck with our little gazebo there, and so this is kind of the back side of the house. I built this little trellis here out of cedar, so it should last a while. But we would grow our beans up here and let them run up the trellis, and you could pick beans off of the porch here, off the deck. Pretty neat. But it's a beautiful backyard, honestly. It just wasn't big enough. Again, you know, with all these trees, if I look above me right here, there's sun there, and then there's the house. When the sun's right there, this gets sun. And I used to tell people that I grew okra on a 3x3 foot plot, and this is it. And it's not even really 3x3, but basically from there here, I'd grow every, 3 or 4 inches. I'd grow an okra plant, and they would just grow right here, as tall as you could get. They wouldn't be bushy at all. They'd just be barely getting sun until they could get more sun over the fence here. But they had produced plenty of okra for us. So, hey, you can grow in just about anything. But these little beds were good for us. We had strawberries in that bed, and the rabbits loved them. The rabbits would go underneath the deck here, and they actually nested under there. And we had these fenced off, this fence right here, so that the rabbits could not come in and get our strawberries. Well, they just nested right in here inside the fence, and all we did was protected them from the dogs. So they were actually safe underneath the deck and had a nice strawberry harvest right over here. But this place is just crawling with rabbits. They live on the other side of this fence here, and they just come through over there and run through this yard. They're bold considering we've got dogs back here, but let's step up here so you can see the view from the deck. So we loved and still love. I mean, that's a beautiful field over here. We've got the house there now, but this used to be just one big field, and there's a house down that way, big house behind that tree. But the sunsets are gorgeous out here, and it's just pretty peaceful. Nice quiet neighborhood. But we needed more land. We did. We're selling a really nice house to go with a much smaller house. I think there's a couple crepe myrtles, I think is what they're called over here. And this bed are gorgeous. But we're selling this house for a much smaller house. It's a fixer-upper, but the land is what we're in it for, and the things we can do with that. I'm gonna take you guys inside. It's a little bit of a mess, but it's not too bad. We're still getting our renovations done. Hi.
Hi.
There's Amy over there. She won't want to be on camera. She's been working.
Before or after?
Just showing this house. Nice view out to the back porch. So pretty decent sized kitchen.
You still got okra?
We still got okra over here. Yeah. But yeah, we did. Amy painted these cabinets white. We did the backsplash, and then we ordered the quartz countertops. See if you can see how sparkly they are. Super nice. Yeah, I got some okra over there. Gotta chop it up. Yep, it's got nice appliances over here. These are all going to convey with the house too, if we can get them to do it. They're too big for over at our other house. Here's our dining room. That's actually was an office for Amy, but it's really meant to be a dining room. Let's see if I can zoom out. Nope, can't zoom out. And then this is a den. I actually use this for my office. We had, see these French doors here. We had my office and then Amy's over here. It was a really nice view through here. Up to the front yard. There's our French doors there. Our entryway door and our little foyer here, and then there's trash over by the door, but here's our little half bathroom here. Here's my farmer's hat. There's a mess in here, but we're moving. But this was my garage. Got all these really nice cabinets over here. I redid the floor too with this tile. And insulated it and did some drywall, although I never finished it, but it's still insulated. So, cool workspace. All right, let's go upstairs. All right, we'll start back this way. So we have a bedroom back here in the back, which is a pretty large bedroom. The house has 4 bedrooms altogether. It's got a little nook back there. Nice closets. This is the, I guess, second bath, if you will. Oh, Amy did these floors too. This peel and stick tile. Yeah, that stuff works well. She did the grout and everything. Did an amazing job. That stuff looks pretty good. It looks like $1 million. That's what we're hoping to sell it for. Not quite, but. And then this is a small bedroom here. They were using this as an office upstairs. It's probably more meant to be a nursery. But yeah, decent little. So clean the carpets again over there. And then our, I guess, third bedroom, whatever your numbering system is. This has a really nice big window in it. Out to the front. But yeah, good size room. Cool colors. Oh, these lights right here, you won't be able to see them. They're super cool. They're really, really thin lights. So here's our laundry room, which is really nice to have upstairs. So you're not having to drag laundry up and down stairs all the time. You did the same floors in here and also in the master bath, as you'll see, but yeah, it's a nice little room. We had these stacked, but we decided to unstack them. Still got to do some cleaning in there too. And then this is our master bedroom, which is a mess right now. We've got different priorities, but yeah. So Amy's got some fish over here. One fish, her other fish died, unfortunately. But yeah, it's a pretty nice bedroom. They we didn't do this wall, actually. The previous owners did this cool pallet wall, which we really like, and so we kept it. It's kind of a cool piece. And one of the big selling points for Amy was this big closet here. This huge walk-in closet that's over the garage. Basically, the length of the garage. And it's also got some attic access points on both sides for storage. And it's just super long, and she put her makeup desk in there next to the window. But pretty nice area. She really liked that. And then our bathroom, which we're still in the process of cleaning and getting everything ready for. Toilet room separate in there with a door, shower. And again, the same flooring. And look what Amy did, an amazing job of the flooring in here. I was super impressed. I mean, she got around the toilet perfect too. Now this tile is actually, I mean, I would definitely recommend it, and I'm sure Amy would too. It's really easy. Yeah, pretty nice views up here too. So now that you've seen that, if you're wondering why we chose to move from there to here, first off, it's not a bad house. It's a really nice house. Most people will be completely happy with it, and we were completely happy with it, to be honest. It was the first home I ever bought, and it was wonderful. We bought that 6 months after knowing each other. I bought the house, and then we moved in together. We did eventually get married. We weren't married at the time, but really last year, you know, I've always kind of wanted some land of my own, and so I said, let's start looking, because now's the time, you know. What I didn't know was that it was going to get as crazy as it got last year, and then I definitely didn't realize that the market was going to get as crazy as it is right now. We're at, I think, 36% over what we bought the house for, which is a crazy, the price of the house right now is like 36% over what we bought it for. So it's the time to sell, and so we're going to sell it right now. So we just battened down the hatches, went down over there, and just started working on that house to get it ready. It wasn't in horrible shape, but there were a lot of things that we didn't do. You know, this happens when you sell homes. There's a lot of things that you were, oh, eventually I'll get around to it, that you're like, now I need to do it to make it look good to sell it. But if you're wondering why we decided to move here, I mean, besides the background, I don't know if you need another reason, but I wanted more space. I wanted to make sure that, you know, I had a place that I could grow into for the rest of my life, possibly. And with 62 acres and a beautiful field here, another beautiful 1 acre field on the other side where our garden sits, it really is a no-brainer. And the price was right, so we got lucky, I guess. You know, luck is where opportunity meets preparation. So when I was looking, we found this property. The market was really at the kind of the bottom, or not high. Let me say, it didn't bottom out or anything, but it wasn't high. So we bought this place at a pretty low price. And then because we floated our other mortgage, where most people will have to buy and sell in the same market, we're actually selling in a completely different market that's much higher than what it would have been if we'd have sold at that point in time. So now, I'm not saying to do that because it's risky. That wasn't the reason why we did it. We weren't trying to wait for a good market. But if you can, you know, float it for a little bit of time and the market does change, you can get a pretty big advantage out of it, and that's what we've done. But I will be extremely happy when we are both out here, both able to enjoy this. And, you know, we can just spend more time together, because it has been a while, you know, where we've been, you know, on and off seeing each other. We seem to be just seeing each other for a day or two and then leaving. And while I am a person who likes alone time, I miss her. So I want her over here, and I want us to be able to enjoy this together and build this life that we are looking to build here together. Also, once she moves out here, some things can be done that weren't done before because we were separated and still had responsibilities over there. Things like animals can happen. So we've been just gardening, and, you know, with one injury and selling another house, that kind of ruined that. So, and gardens don't need to be fed every day and taken care of like animals. So you can see how responsibilities increase when you have animals. So we wanted to make sure that both of us were here. We were here full time before we started taking on the responsibility of animals on the farm. We don't know exactly what we're going to do yet. I guarantee you the first thing we're going to do is chickens, though. Don't know exactly where they're going to be. We're going to have to build some infrastructure. We know that. So we'll take you guys along on that. But eventually there will be animals in this field as well. We don't know what yet, but there will be. We had talked before about putting orchard trees in this field, and what I believe we've decided to do is actually where our garden is. Sorry, the bugs are crazy out here. Where our garden is, we're not going to need that much space. If you remember from planning, or if you go back and watch some of our earlier videos, we figured we could fit, I think, 13 2,000 square foot plots in that 1 acre field. We don't need to do that because there's not a reason for us to have 13 2,000 square foot plots. 8,000 is plenty, honestly, for us, and we might expand to 2 more 2,000 to give us 12,000 square feet of garden space, and that's if we have some more machinery to do the gardening. With us doing everything manual right now, we're not going to go any bigger than what it is right now. But hopefully next year we'll have some machinery and we can make our gardening lives a little bit easier. But around that area where we were going to put some garden stuff, we may still put like a high tunnel or something like of that nature there, but we thought, well, why don't we just put our orchard trees over there in that area so that we have our orchard and our garden growing in the same area. Make it a lot easier on us than having an orchard grow over here. And there's plenty of sunlight over there, plenty of room for trees, so I think we're going to probably this year plant some orchard trees. We have not planned that out yet, but it is something that we've talked about and want to do. But I just wanted to give you guys a really quick update because we have not been around for a while. I want to not forget you guys. We haven't forgotten. We're not quitting YouTube or anything like that. We're still doing this. It was just a really crazy month. One other thing that's kind of stopped me from uploading is, so I had some really bad pain, sciatica and stuff like that in my leg and my hip and my lower back. So I'm sitting right now. This is the first time, the last week or so is the first time I've actually felt comfortable sitting down. Other than that, it's been really, really painful to sit down. I've had to lay on the floor most of the time, on my stomach in weird ways just to get the pain to stop. So I'm happy to be feeling a little bit better and sitting down. I still have to be really careful, that I don't sit in the wrong ways. I keep my posture up there, keep my lumbar spine in order. But so far so good. I'll let you know if the MRI shows anything, that's bad. The x-rays didn't show anything too horrible, but maybe some arthritis and potentially some swelling at L5. But, it's, we'll see. We'll see how it all ends up, but I am excited that we finally got that house on the market and we're getting views, and I think it's going to sell really, really quickly. And I think we're going to get exactly what we asked for it, which is going to be insane for us. But I think it gives us an opportunity to feel comfortable, to not feel like you're in any financial stress, and to focus on all the things that you want to do. So the way that the market went up is actually kind of making some of our dreams be a bigger possibility. We can get almost completely out of debt with the money that we've spent over there. Really, the only debt we will have is this house. So that will be nice. And honestly, the cost of living here really is pretty low. So we're going to save a bunch of money, and we'll be able to hopefully make it a really, really nice place and bring you guys along on the journey. So again, thank you very much for stopping by. I'm going to let you guys go. I'm going to get back to it, and we'll have some more updates for you guys soon. All right, y'all take it easy. I'll see you later. Bye.